Welcome to the Josh and Erik Show. I'm Erik.
And I'm Josh. We have issues.
What is happening and why do we have this thing down to the studs here?
Today we're down to the studs because we have had bed bugs.
Jeez, bed bugs.
Bed bugs. We've had to rip out everything. Sheetrock, cabinets, flooring, down to the studs.
How long a process do you think this is going to be for you?
Well, not factoring in loss of income, can't use the home for holidays or for anything else, and just time and effort and focus and energy you have to give this project. You're talking about we're going to be down for 3 to 5 months minimum. My brother came up here the weekend after we had it rented out to enjoy this wonderful lake home we have here, and next thing you know, he recognizes there's bed bugs and has bites all over him.
That sounds like a terrible time.
It was horrible.
What are some of the positives you see in owning an Airbnb and VRBO home?
Well, the positives are you can make money while you're not using it. So a lot of people buy Airbnbs to gap fill their payment, to supplement their payment. In this case, that wasn't our goal. We were just seeing how we were just going to test out the waters. Everybody talks about all this money they're making with short-term rentals. They don't talk about any of this other stuff, like bed bugs, propane running out, leaks in the roof, dishwasher not working, refrigerator not working, ice maker clogged up, toilet paper running out. The list goes on, folks. You got to be ready. You got to put systems in place. This Airbnb is hour plus from anything. So trades, HVAC, plumbers, people are taking their time out of their workday and they're taking vacation off to come spend time at your home. And if you're not prepared, they're not gonna have a good time. You're gonna get a bad review, and it's not good.
All right, Josh, what are some of the things you've had to do for this particular instance with the bed bugs?
Well, this is a great example. We've had to rip out all of our kitchen, rip out the floors. Well, we got in here, we just decided that we wanted to change our fireplace. We ripped out our fireplace, ripped out all the windows. We had real wood in here. We decided real wood is not good to be around water. We're on waterfront. We'll walk out here and I'll show you. Most of the time you choose a property to put in your short-term rental portfolio because it has things like this: waterfront, mountain access, beachfront, but all those things come with hazards. 4th of July weekend, that dock right there was on our dock and destroyed our dock. You could not even get your boat out. We just spent thousands of dollars fixing that dock. Guess whose insurance had to pay for it? Our insurance. And while we're talking about insurance, before you put your property into a short-term rental, you better call your carrier and inform them and let them know what you're doing. People are nuts. They like to sue you. Accidents happen. Protect yourself, folks. Don't be stupid. So, we had a tree fall on this gentleman's walkway and cut it in half. This is a great view of what it takes to operate a short-term rental. If you start looking around here, this is us not using this property for about 2 months. Look around. You got bugs, you got leaves, you got dust, you got grass, you got cobwebs. All these things that you see, you cannot have in a short-term rental. Your tenant, your renter, your leasee expects this thing to be spotless. And if it's not, guess what's gonna happen? That phone's gonna ring. Grills, who's gonna resupply the propane when they leave it on and they need more propane? Hold on, what's up, dude? We're shooting a deal real quick.
Hey, what's up, man?
This is a great example. We're talking to a contractor about putting rock here.
That's right. That's right.
What was your name?
Make it beautiful, Michael Freeman.
Yeah, Michael Freeman is with Creative Stone. So
yes.
he builds all this stone. Michael, didn't you pour some stuff around here?
Oh, I do work everywhere.
No, but didn't you have some samples?
Yes, right over here. Right here.
So what is this called? Man-made stones?
This is man-made cultured stone.
Yeah.
Yep. It's all made out of lightweight material. It's got aggregate in it, so it's light. It's not heavy. You don't have to have a foundation for it. You can just attach it to the wall.
And why would you use this over a traditional stone or a brick?
Well, it's half price for one.
Well, that's good. So you're saying I'm cheap?
Well, labor's half and materials half.
Well, that's a good deal.
That's a good deal. That's a good deal. Your green, this was similar to the green, but it didn't, like I told you, it didn't pull the color out all the way.
Okay.
So we're gonna have to darken it up a little bit to get that green in there.
And what's unique about your stone is it has man-made corner pieces.
Yes.
So if you look at it, this is a corner piece
Yes.
right here.
Yep.
Which is not traditional in the real stone.
Right, exactly.
So on this particular deal, we redid these windows. We're gonna take out this wall. We're gonna put all this beautiful man-made stone on this whole wall, and it's gonna stop right here, correct? How many square feet is this?
It was 500 and something feet with that, and it dropped it down to 480.
How do you make this stone?
We have rubber molds. Everything's poured upside down. You color the molds, and then you pour concrete, gravel inside the molds, let it set for 3 days, pop it, and you get the color on the face. Stack it, do it all over again. Re-pour.
And from the time of order, from the time delivery, how long are you talking?
About 3 weeks.
So quick.
Yep.
And then does the dye, does it fade over time?
No, it'll be just like that. It'll stay just like that right there.
Okay.
I'll get you on the list.
Sounds good.
Yes,
Order,
sir.
And I'll get you
I got it. No problem. Hey, appreciate you. Michael Freeman, Creative Stone. Ready to rock and roll.
This is a great example of things that happen. See that guy out there in that barge? He's out fixing people's docks. Those dock barges are not cheap.
I've never seen one.
It's a pontoon boat on steroids.
With a crane on it.
Yeah, made by Redneck. But he can do a lot of shit with that thing.
Think he drinks and drives that thing?
Oh yeah.
I bet he does.
Bud Light.
Hey Josh, what's the time commitments you're gonna have for running a short-term rental?
Man, that's a great question. Short-term rentals do take time. So for anybody that mentions these podcasters, and I always like to say that, but they always show you how easy it is. They never want to talk about the gloom and doom. I'm sitting at my lake home. I can't even go in there and enjoy it because there's bed bugs, right? There's issues. You're asking about time commitment. There's time commitment from issues like this. There's time commitment issues from things you can't control, storms and natural disasters. And then tenants, you know, when they call you, there's time commitment there. Then you got to collect the money. There's never a get-rich-quick scheme. And anybody that tells you this is a get-rich-quick with no time commitment is straight up lying to you. See this right here? This is a perfect example of things that you have to ensure that is cleaned up before your next tenant comes and stays at your property. Somebody had a bonfire, threw their trash in here, didn't pick it up. Your next client is not going to want to see that. This is another example of why short-term rentals are not easy.
What happened to your chair?
I don't know. Folks, stuff like this happens all the time. What do you do about it? What is your plan of action? Who do you have here to fix this? Where do you get another one? Because if this happens 2 more times, look at this chair, it's broke too. That's 2. This is another great example. This is an owner's closet for you and folks that have stayed at many of Airbnbs or short-term rentals or VRBOs or whatever platform you use. Everybody has an owner's closet. I cannot tell you how many times we've had people try to get in the owner's closet knowing that they don't have a key.
They thought you kept all your beer and alcohol, your personal stash.
That's another thing, they'll drink all your alcohol. This is another great example. I've talked about propane many of times. These things right here are gonna be the death of me. So we put these propane bottles in here, they're larger than normal, to ensure that we have propane for our grill. But prime example, People leave them on. They're left on, they run them out. So they call you and they can't start their grill. They got all their food prepped, they're ready to cook hamburgers and hot dogs, and the grill doesn't start.
Never a good time.
Never a good time. Thermostats. Switching over to the smart thermostat so you can get on your phone and change the thermostat when your tenants move out. They don't care about turning your air conditioner off. Closets. You know, we put locks on these closets and we try to leave our clothes up here so nobody can use them. We've had our closets picked and opened and gone through. Short-term rentals are not as easy as everybody makes them out to be. There's a lot of pros, there's a lot of benefits. But folks, come in here with open mind. Come in here knowing that it's not gonna be a get-rich-quick scheme. Come in here knowing that you're gonna have to put effort and time in this. Come in here knowing that if you do things right, you can mitigate some of these issues, but you're still gonna have to put the time. Things are gonna rise. You have to have systems to take care of them. If not, you're not gonna have a happy customer.
Hey Josh, is it like everything else? It just ain't easy.
It ain't easy.
I got one last question I want you to answer for the viewers. What advice would you give anybody that wants to get into the short-term rental game?
I would say after watching this video, don't let me discourage you into getting to short-term rentals. Just because it's not our full-time gig and just because we've had bad runs and bad luck with weather and tenants and everything else you can think of, doesn't mean you're gonna go through the same thing. So jump in there, do what you always say, give it a try, give it a shot. You never know until you try it. You might love it.